Where have you come to in your search for truth? Where have you come to in your inquiry, in your sadhana? What have you actually discovered?
Yes.
Not how much you can talk about it, or just really what have you learned? It's just that.
I feel it's a very good point. We were talking about some people that read a lot of spiritual books and they have a lot of knowledge, but that is cannot be compared to the experience of the self.
It is a very it's a very seductive thing, that the mind takes on the mode of learning, like learning and learning and learning, but it's really to help the person rather than to transcend the person. As yet, most people don't realize that the personal sense of self is the lower self that can be and ought to be transcended in order to come to the fullness of what we truly are, you see. I don't feel that knowledge, that fundamental knowledge, has really sprouted in the world as yet. We all have a strong conviction of the sense of personhood, that we are just our person, we are our egos. In fact, we can say like that we are our ego, and we don't use the word ego in reference to ourselves. But what ego means is not merely that you are boastful and look at me and so on. Ego can also appear to be very humble and very nice. What ego means, when I use the word ego, is that you take yourself to be your body and your conditioning, the conditioning that arose with this body, that you are a particular kind of person, and that with the body that you're a man or a woman, and that becomes your fundamental belief that this is what you are. I am this person, and when we indicate the person, we are really referring to a very fluctuating, unstable state of being. And as long as we have that conviction that we are merely our bodies and our mind, or the conditioning that arises in the mind, you will only evolve within that paradigm, within that shape. But I want you to know that there are beings in the world who have transcended, who has gone beyond the limitations of personhood. And I'd like you to know that that is actually the real opportunity and person and possibility of having a human body. That here the consciousness is sufficiently capable of transcending the stage or the state of personhood, and to return and to live inside its source, which is pure awareness. And if that has not been introduced to you, of that possibility, then it is being introduced to you now. In the true state, which we call awakening to our true nature, or you may hear other terms like self-realization or liberation or so on. It actually means that, because as long as we are living in the limited state of personhood, we will live in the realm of judgments and fears and desire and frustrations and hatred and division, and it is a very unstable, very turbulent state of mind and being. Our true nature is pure awareness beyond the mind. Now you may feel, how can we speak about beyond the mind, because the mind is all we know? Well, if the mind is all we know, even in saying that, the we who know the mind cannot be the mind. If something is known, You know something, I know this thing. That thing is not me. I, the knower, is who? So that knower is in fact consciousness. And we can explore and begin to discover the richness, the depth, the fullness of what it means to be fully conscious beyond merely limitations of body-mind. The body-mind is included in it, but is far beyond the scope of the body-mind self-reference. So we are, in fact, and always been, the only fact that there is that is unchanging in us is that we are pure consciousness or pure awareness, meaning that all the interrelated opposites that we perceive through the mind, through our feelings and so on, they are observed as appearing within us. They come and go. We are not anything that come and go. And in fact, whatever you can say that you have learned or perceived or seen or experienced has always been something come and go. Everything is coming and going. And even memory, which you require to retain them, memory is also coming and going. What witnesses the coming and going, the strength or the weakness of even memory? Reflect. And if you are drawn to such introspection, then you'll find that a wonderful force begins to open up within you to take you deeper. Thank you.